What I'm back with one last video to episode 26 of Kimita Idol Precure. Notice I changed the titles to actually say the Japanese name, so the translated name. So yeah, maybe that from now on for some seasons. Yeah, it depends on the season now. Simple. If it has a simple name, it just stays the way it is. It's not right. So. Yeah. I did enjoy this episode. This is basically this is kind of Toy's excuse to promote some of their merch in a way. I say kind of. I'll get to that. Also, someone revealed at the end that I don't know how to feel about much. Interesting, but I don't know how to feel. That's why I'm gonna wait for someone to watch Aizenzo's video on it and see his opinion. Let's put a pin in that one for now until later on. So, yeah. So now that was just 27 to 30. 27, 20, 20, 30. 4 episodes. I'll get for those in like 2 or so hours, I think. Or nearly like an hour and a half, maybe. I don't know. Depends on what time I wake up. But I'm gonna get those in gap reviews tomorrow as well. That's what I plan to do. Catch up. Next time, finish watching it. Because I could have reviewed God Charge, still reviewed God Charge, even after it ended. But I didn't bother. Because I'm so fucking lazy. But be fair, there was a lot more episodes than this one. And then I'm up to episode 39. I only have like 11 episodes left. So it won't be that long. Like Bumbunja, it was a daunting task to catch up on all the episodes I missed before the Six Rangers, even before 2 episodes before the Six Rangers debut. And I see this is much later in the season at that point. I see it was much later on in the story at that point. Well, Bumbunja was a fun season, don't get me wrong, but it did have some issues. Like how Sakito didn't really do much and feel like he was much involved. Story after his little counter arc ended for him to join the team. Be honest, I still liked him. He was fun. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, what was I going to say? Anyway, I'm still very pissy at this point. I know it's been months now, but still very pissy that it didn't bother me here. I don't understand why. They released Wonderful last year. An awful season in my opinion. Not terrible, but awful. I did like some of the characters, but not all of them. It was just a train wreck for how it's told the story. Yeah, I think it was awful. And we got Ultimate Precure. A series that started out good, but slowly declined. Yeah, a whole lot of reasons why. We're not giving us what we wanted, a dope Precure. They refuse to do that. They don't even do anything good with the idea. Because it just feels like an episode of a Sunday morning series. Or just some slight alcohol reference. I say slight because, really, other than that, it doesn't feel adult. Like it's for old audiences. So it doesn't have to be like, show blood and stuff. That's not what I mean. I'm not seeing. That's a way to show how mature the stories come. The actual evolution of a series for older audiences. People who grew up the original one. Like Power Rangers' the story. How the series started out just typical episodic formula. Rangers had a story. Rangers do 32 shoes, typical of the 90s. They have some of them have, one of them or a few of them have a problem. Rangers sends out a monster, attacks, they morph, and then when they come overcome the problem, figure out how to beat the monster, and they show how to overcome their problem. We'll wrap up the episode. Typical formula. But as the series went on, it started to mature around as in the final as what was supposed to be the end of the series in space. Took a more different direction in a way with storytelling. Instead of using the typical formula of Monster of the Week. Still does that, yes, but I mean, it tells a more similar story of the search for Zordon. As it does actually develop the characters. And as started going forward, starting Lost Galaxy with new cast stuff, the stories really got mature and how it grew its audience. Especially by Time Force, most well-loved seasons of the original Simon ever. And then, of course, it slowly faded after that in Disney World. Until 2009, with Power Rangers RPM, be a lot more mature, more dark and stuff. Again, Time Force is an example how you can mature a show without needing to roll into making adult and stuff with some lot more, or try to dumb down stuff. That's how you keep a series going. Or take a series that started mature from the beginning, Batman the Animated Series. Yeah, like, you're gonna fucking bite. I'm gonna say this, but I'm just gonna say there's an eventual review of the series. But I plan to cover out once I'm more familiar with Yes Precure 5, original and Go-Go, and the Madara Precure series. Original, Max Art, and Smash Star. Since the Max Art ones appear in the series later down the line. So, yeah. Series didn't even do what's set out to be. Unlocking the characters' lives as adults. Well, everyday problems they need to do without any magic. Some of that. They failed on that part. I made a mistake of watching it about being familiar with the original series. I regret that. Because I wasn't lost, but I was confused about some elements. Since I didn't see the original series. So, yeah. That's gonna need some time to be able to be watched. So, keep an eye out with the future while I eventually start looking at the series. Alright. Let's get to the review. So, the episode opens up with Kokoro walking past the kids pretending to be idol Precure. That's the oh, sorry about that. But she has a kind of an idea, so quickly what goes to the cafe where everyone is just doing some normal stuff. Music. Typical Marilyn. Coco comes in with an idea to start a fan club. For love. There are a lot of fans and stuff up there. A place to make everyone smile. Since the Idol Research Club is only for those who go to their school and stuff. So yeah, that is kind of understandable. So anyway. I guess everyone's excited. I don't remember as a question Coco about going Kyum means. I mean, we knew, but she now asks. I thought she. Yeah, never mind. I guess she didn't get it before now. I mean, she said, "Ora Kyum." I don't know if I said that right, actually. That must be Japanese. So, yeah. We didn't have any one of my subtitles there. They literally say, well, they just literally don't translate the lesson. They just basically say Japanese with English words. I mean, think of it like how subtitles say what the dialogue's on the screen. It's just sometimes they don't match what they say. That's all it's been, actually. It's recently when I went through Spider-Man Spider-Man, the first one. Some aspects of subtitles had some different, did not have some the same dialogue as the film, which is odd. They will literally have to translate use the subtitles, literally use the dialogue from the film to make the subtitles, so you get the best experience. You're deaf and stuff. And it's weird, and it's not the only one. Some other films, like Jurassic World, has got that has had that too. I was gonna be curious. I wonder why. Oh, just about I love it about Precure. The manga adaptations of Precure were published by Kodansha Nakayoshi magazine, a shoujo manga magazine. It's been around for over 60 years, I think. They even published a sequel to Princess Knight by Osamu Tezuka. Yeah. But they're more well known for two Magical Girl series that came out in the magazine. One was Tokyo Mew Mew, which got animated in the 2000s, but got a remake in the 2020s. Around 2022 to 2023, I think. I actually did reviews on that. If you haven't seen them, go check them out. I do have a playlist of them on there. The second is by far the most famous one after this. Don't get? Yeah, not yet. Sailor Moon by Naoko Takeuchi. Yep, Precure mangas are being published in the same magazine that published the Sailor Moon manga. The most influential Magical Girl series out there that made the genre what it is today. If you think about Magical Girl series prior to Sailor Moon in the 90s, you see that they just don't really fight monsters. They just transform to solve a problem, and usually just little girls. It's Magical Girl, Maho Shoujo. Transform adults to solve problems. I've not seen all of them, but Nose Owls is Creepy Mommy. And I don't know any of those really. Like the other one I know is Minky Momo, which one episode is pretty infamous for a lot of reasons. I'm not gonna spoil it. If you want to watch the series, it's on Crunchyroll. So if you want to watch it, go ahead. But I warn you, you're definitely gonna be surprised when you get to it. If you don't know what it is, I'm not gonna say anything about it because I want to keep it a surprise. Because I already knew about it thanks to watching Kenny Lawndale's video, I think that's his name, about it. It's just one of the shocking things out there. It was really shocking. There's even a confirmation of it. Confirmation of references to it. The series also had a type of sequel series. Where it was on a different Momo. But she also is Momo. I mean, from outside not knowing the series, it's so fucking confusing. It is confusing. Do you remember this is the previous Momo? Again, not saying much. Damn. I only saw people talking about it. Seeing it myself on the video, seeing like a clip of it, shocked me. It shocked me. Everything, the atmosphere, everything about it. It is very disturbing. Anyway, where was I? As I said, Sailor Moon Pop Res Magical Girl genre, because Naoko Takeuchi drew inspirations on some projects. Most notable inspirations is a series called Ball 3 by Toei, a female-led tokusatsu series. Well, a magical girl in a way. She's kind of a magical girl. A poetry. I recommend you check out Mercury Falcon's video on the Toy Fushigi comedy series. If you don't want to see it, just go skip to that. Just go skip the poetry. It's not going to talk about you say it was an inspiration for Sailor Moon. One of the inspirations is obviously Super Sentai. There's actually even an image out there with Takeuchi standing next to the Jew Rangers, since the Sailor Moon anime came out in 1992. Actually, the manga was commissioned. The reason that she made the manga was for to be adapted into an anime. So I think the manga came out the same year in 1992. What was it? Easy. We know what ZQQ means. What's that weird boom in my ear? No. It was like when Meryl's obsessed a love for Pokemon. They ended up understanding each other. It was about to say Meryl ended up being a bit of a connection to someone else for it. I was either that going forward again, this was fucking worse again. So I do have the habit of you see me moving my tables up. I don't know why it just feels weird. It's like something's there when it's not. I don't know why. Anyway, talking about the band club's a good idea. So yeah, I'll get to work. Anyway, when mentioning what a fan club is, we got a not so hint to Toy's actual products. When he mentioned, on a couple of mentions ago from earlier, that they can make costumes they can wear. I see what you're doing there, Toy. Promoting your costumes for little girls to buy, you sick bastards. Of course I kid. I know Toy just do it to sell the products. Sad case with some products. They only make to sell toys. I don't think you've seen 80s cartoons. Transformers, G.I. Joe, He-Man, all made to sell toys, but doesn't mean they're not great. Doesn't mean they're not good. They're fun series in their own right. Just saying they were just meant to sell all toys. Basically toy commercials. Which born to a type of act in the 90s where characters must have a more of the story type thing. As we got some like the Sonic Says segments of Legends of Sonic the Hedgehog. You know, the lot when he says that's no good. Anyway. Alright. They had to go over the fan letters, which was referenced back in episode 24. Wow, 2 episodes ago, and they brought it up 2 episodes later. It's weird. Well, the new villain does not appear in this episode, so who the fuck are they at? When are we gonna meet them again? I'll have them at least keep recurring in the background. They build up their threat, you know. Hint at their possibility. I'm just saying. When he appears again, it just feels like nothing. Since he's just gone for a couple episodes after his first appearance. So yeah, everyone across town is excited for the Precure fan club. And he also learned how to make cards. Thanks to Maryland having a card maker. Also, we get an updated eye catching this episode. Shows the eye catches. Technically, I would say this for episode 27, but I'm gonna mention this one here as well. So episodes 26 and 27 released 2 new eye catches. Uniquely, you had 2. So basically, this new eye catcher is a 2 version one, but which I actually like. The first one focuses on the idol Precure, idol, Wink, and Kyun Kyun. The second focuses on the Kyun Kiss. It's actually pretty cool. Like, it is pretty cool. How come not much shit happens? It's a good episode, but not really that fan club stuff, so it's really hard for me to remember. We get glimpses of 2 familiar faces. Well, not glimpses. We can hear 2 familiar voices at a diner. First I'll type in as Chokiri shows up. Annoyed at all the Kira that's around. It seems like she's not going to be as easily swayed as those 2. So I'm curious, will she be destroyed? The ending has a lot of implications too. But will she be destroyed? I don't know, we don't know much about Team Chokiri. We don't know much about Lady Darkin or why she wants to do this. Yeah, it's kind of a problem right now. Same kind of problem the previous season had, as it took too long for the villains to make their appearance. There's still one keeping them mysterious, but how did it take you around the 30th on episodes 29 and 30? That's just not good. I think we should at least make a camp. Well, give them more of a presence after the first arc. Like I said, I think this idea can work if they do it for the first arc. You have the big bad make them more human, keep their motives a mystery until the second arc. After the first general was defeated. And that'd be similar for the power up. Like I said, that can work. That idea. Why am I coming up with bad ideas in toy? I'm a fucking 24-year-old who's recording videos in his bedroom. Quite fucking weird that I am making up good ideas. They might not be executed well, but still, good ideas that may help Toy get more money. So they should come up with. And he's not like Mr. Krabs, who sends any money-making opportunity. Sorry. So we get her summon animation after a while. You know how long it's been? Since Trio Jesus, since the High Emotion debuted. Months ago. Oh. It's like months ago at this point. So we get to see the full summon animation this time. And she shows Akura Yamada. I just before the whole thing could go live. So they can transform and fight it. Kyun Kyun is the one who faces the most, and she is badass. I can't even seen it. And it's like saying to Kyun Kyun, "Show me what Kyun Kyun is." Showing she's growing as a character. It shows Mara starting to grow as a character. makes me really excited to see how turns out when she. I bet she decides to actually become friends with the Cures. So yeah, Kyun finishes up with her attack. Again, something we haven't seen in a while. I like her just getting the solo attacks for a bit. Just like these are cool Yamidas. Actually, now I think about it. When they first appeared, they could not. I think about it. First time they appeared, they could not use their regular attacks, could they? The solo attacks. And yet, now they can use Nankuru Yamidas. Is it because they're more powerful now? Or don't I ever get explained? Or am I overthinking it? Like, so, if they could do it the whole time, why not in the first place? Why didn't they need United Hearts to take down Nankuru Yamida in the first place then? If they could just do that in the first damn place. I'd say first place, I like. Not now. You get my point. What's the whole point then of the power up? If the solo attacks can still do damage to the new monsters. I wonder where we're getting a new I wonder where we have a third monster. That third type of the season. The common thing you see these monsters are types. Base form, secondary form for the first power up, and a third form for the new power for the final power up. That shit. So maybe about episode 30 we may get a new one. I don't know. So far we had a Kuri Yamiga for quite a while now. So yeah, Kyun wins. How'd you get women? I remember they were actually looking at ribbons earlier before Coco came in. And we gotta do a ribbon dance again. We also she lost did that. It was like think about episode 15. 11 episodes ago. Holy shit, 11 episodes. I thought it was long as being since Precure last did that. Did one of the ribbon dances. So yeah, Fan Club goes live, and again a lot of fans, and I feel bad for Tanaka since he has to make a lot of membership cards. Funny yet sad at the same time. Two of the fans say they for only just his Kyo lands. And these are Katin and Zakarine. As in two familiar faces show up to the door of the office, which is Tanaka's house. Got that too, actually. Poor Tanaka. He's losing his home day by day. You know, if he's been like around for 10 years, I'm surprised he hasn't tried to blend into human society while trying to figure out something. Like 10 years. It's gonna be curious. I'm surprised he hasn't tried to, at least blend into society while he's there. Like, I'm saying, be interesting if he was there from the start. He's been around for 10 freaking years. Makes me wonder what he's been doing last time, other than patrolling and shit. Anyway. These familiar faces is Cutty and Zachary. Like their appearance. They're all surprised to see him, but they actually reveal a little secret about themselves. As they reveal themselves to be just like Puri, Mirror, and Tanaka. They're fairies on Kyoki Land. As M. Night Shyamalan will say, What the twist? Oh, you know the actual. Okay, I know the actual, not the actual M. Night Shyamalan said that. I know it's said by his Robot Chicken counterpart, but you get my still holds up in a way. Says he's obsessed with twists sometimes. He just loves twists. And he ruined the last end, and he ruined our return away. Yeah, plan to cover those some point. I better mention this in the last video. I actually updated my animation channel. I moved my animated reviews up to onto my Submaster channel where I cover TV shows and movies. You know? Easy to do that in one video. So I have to separate them. Because that channel's now the animation channel is now rebranded to Cartoon Atrocities, where we cover live action adaptations of cartoons. Or vice versa, cartoon adaptations of live action products. Not knowing myself this time. Doing two types of things. One's an adaptation of something, like say of the last Airbender movie, or like the Star Trek the animated series, or the Star Trek Lower Decks. You get my point? So anyway, I do not know how to feel about these two being fairies. Because the last time was real villains were fairies that it did not go over so well. Yeah, look at you smile, Precure. Yeah. But granted, that had a general reason to be hated. Okay, recommend check out Asian Zone's perspective on Smile Precure. It is fascinating to look at and gives his own opinion on that twist. But basically, about them, they were the three big main villains, basically the generals of the series. Motivation is for doing having a bad endings because they were treated like outcasts, just because they were the bad guys in their stories. But when people to be fairies makes no fucking sense. Because they look like everyone else. And I know when the fairies of that world, the fairies would be bullies, would they? They all seem kind-hearted and sweet. So that's one of the worst twists ever, because of them. When that twist does not deserve a pat on the back, deserves a slap on the cheek. This is not as bad as a certain rug pull that will happen a year later. Yeah. Not watched Doki Doki, but I've seen Glurp as Doki Doki. It's English dub, so yeah, it's pretty obvious what Gina's getting about. They could give a better reason about Precure is early. You know, be more mysterious person in the background. When Mario first transformed and stuff. Or something. I don't know. So that make the switch feel more better. As well as properly explored. And show us Regina's struggle and what to do. Loyalty to her father, or want to be with her friends. Instead of being brainwashed to become evil again. I'm just saying that could have went better written. I see what they were going for, but they pulled it off. They just fucked it up. Anyway, that night, Coco and her mom joins us home. As Coco's mom says, she always buys. She always works hard on something she's interested in. That's for the episodes. I'm not happy note. Next episode is I don't know how many aisles it's gonna be. It's a typical episode, I guess. Oh, but at least Choki's got her lazy butt this time. Yeah. I'm sure somebody complained about that many times now. But she's not going to be swayed like the other two. But is she... So I have many questions. How many... Like, how many people did... How many berries did Darkeen turn to generals? Like, is Chokerine one as well? Or not? There's a lot of questions. So, yeah, that's why I conflicted about this twist. Because we got a lot of explaining to do. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Enjoy my content. Please thumbs up button. Want to see more? Subscribe, channel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for more videos. Should be in a couple hours. Joe Phoenix out.